Hey guys, it's Jasmine, and today we are going to talk about something I've gotten quite a few questions about recently or in the past few weeks, and that is cats and vitamin C and why we don't add vitamin C supplementally in the homemade raw cat food recipe, and whether you should supplement your cat's food with vitamin C, and all of these fun questions that we're going to get into today. Before we get into the subject at hand, I kind of want to start something new here. I had an idea for the beginning of each video. So last week, it was my birthday. Happy birthday to me. Clearly, as you can probably imagine, the few awesome little things I got, many of which were cat themed, but this might be my favorite. Actually, I really think I can safely say it's my favorite. And thank you to the amazing human, I love you so much, who knows me so well. One of my clients actually got me this. It is a cat tarot reading deck. You guys, it's so freaking cute. And she got it off Amazon, so I'll link it in the description below if you want to get it for yourself, because it's not only really adorable and really fun, but the little illustrations are so freaking cute, you guys. So I thought it would be fun if I pulled a card at the beginning of each video, just as a fun thing, basically, and to put them to use on the regular and, you know, just for poops and giggles. So how we're going to do this is I will just pick one card and then read the interpretation of it, of the card that we choose. And what you need to do is think of a question, just any single question, maybe something that you're focusing on, something that's been on your mind. It can be simple. It can be, you know, kind of a life decision, whatever you want. So really think of that question. I'm going to shuffle this quite a bit. And as you're focusing on that question, and feel free to pause this video if you don't know what your question is yet, because I think I am done shuffling. And since you can't pick a card, we're just going to go with the card that's on the top of the deck. So pause this if you don't have your question, if it's not resonating with you, if it's not in the forefront of your mind, because I am about to pick the card. Okay, ready? Let's see what we get today. This is, I'm showing you first. Oh, that picture is so cute. It says, the world. Let me consult with my little handy dandy guide that it comes with here to explain everything. I'm telling you guys, this thing is so cute. Here it is. Okay. The world. So we got it upright. I pulled it upright like this, right? Contemplating how this correlates with your question in mind, here's what it says. You've got the world on a string. The final card of the major arcana. The world represents completion. In the four corners, we have the four elements, 3 delicious food groups, and the fire used to cook them. This card finds you well-fed, satisfied, and purring. Let the wide world spin. Look at how cute! Okay, so I don't know how that pertains to whatever question or focus it is that you had in mind, but I hope that it kind of brings some insight or helps you come to a conclusion, which is what it sounds like, or feel confident in your choice when it comes to whatever it is you're contemplating. But feel free to reflect on that. And oh, hi, honey. Do you want a card? We have to get into the vitamin C though. We'll do it after I'm done filming. Yeah. After I'm done. Take that insight as you will, and I think we're going to do this at the beginning. Each video where I'm speaking to you guys from now on, if you're down with that, let me know in the comments below. And also let me know how that card resonated with whatever question it is you had. Okay, so now that we did that, which it won't take as long in future videos, I promise, since this was like the first one doing it. Let's get into talking about vitamin C and cats. First of all, what is vitamin C? Why is it important? What does it do? Vitamin C is also known as ascorbic acid or L-ascorbic acid, and it is a water-soluble vitamin that is naturally present in many whole foods, but it's also fortified into different processed foods that we eat, and you can also supplement it in addition to whatever you might get naturally. Vitamin C is vital in supporting many functions of the body, and those include biosynthesis of collagen, which involves your hair, skin, bone health, cartilage, and helping wounds heal. It's also involved in protein metabolism. It works as a key physiological antioxidant, which I'm sure you've heard the word antioxidant correlating with vitamin C for the most part. And along with this, it is a prime player in immune function. Now, some animals, including us as humans, are unable to synthesize vitamin C or create it within the body. And this is why it's considered an essential nutrient, because we have to consume or ingest it through different foods, or we have to use supplementation. And along with us humans being unable to synthesize it, unsurprisingly, primates as well, like apes and monkeys. But then there's some other kind of seemingly random animals that can't create it either, and those include bats, guinea pigs, and capybaras, which if you don't know what a capybara is, please, when you are finished watching this video, I direct you to Google videos of capybaras eating because they are freaking adorable. That said, most animals actually do have the internal mechanisms needed in order to produce and synthesize vitamin C naturally within their bodies. These include canines or dogs. It also includes goats, and it also includes the feline fur babies, both out in the wild and in your own household. Now, what's interesting is in these animals, and specifically goats have been studied quite a bit, they not only produce their own vitamin C in their body, but they produce way more than what the RDA recommends. Way more, meaning thousands of milligrams more at their base level. These animals also produce way more vitamin C when their body is in need of it. So this can be under stressful circumstances or major stresses. It can be when they are suffering from severe health challenges. And this aligns with, say, humans. If we are sick or in need of a nutrient like vitamin C to help combat sickness or boost our immunity, our body can tolerate and handle more versus times when we're fairly healthy. The difference is, while we would have to supplement that additional dosage of vitamin C, these animals have their vitamin C levels increase radically inherently within their system. Unsurprisingly, these animals, like cats and dogs and goats and any other animal that synthesizes its own vitamin C, they are less susceptible to diseases when out in the wild, especially when compared to other animals who don't produce their own vitamin C. Now, when it comes to our own beloved feline fur babies, and if you happen to be concerned about their intake of vitamin C, again, they create it within their bodies. So it is virtually impossible for your cat to be deficient in vitamin C. And yes, this is also as what has been shown in a number of failed clinical trials that tried to demonstrate the need for vitamin C in cats. Now, keep in mind, even though there's no requirement for vitamin C in cats, and even though it is water soluble, which means that your body just pees or flushes it out if there's excess within your system, if your cat ingests it and gets too much, it can actually cause some adverse reactions, which have mainly been shown as diarrhea or urination. They can lead to dehydration. So it's really important to not only avoid giving your cat vitamin C, but also to make sure that your cat is well hydrated, meaning that you're feeding your cat wet food, ideally raw cat food, even better, homemade raw cat food. And I have videos about dehydration in cats, raw cat food. I have over 200 videos in the cat stuff playlist. So if you're new here and you want to learn more, please go ahead and check it out. And you can do that either here on YouTube by clicking on the playlist tab. I'll link it below, or you can just go straight to catladyfitness.com/videos, where I have the entire cat stuff playlist waiting for you there. So, do you need to give your cat vitamin C? No, that's not because they don't need it. All creatures do, but cats create it within their own bodies thanks to biology and the hard work of their liver and kidneys. And I just want to bring one thing up. In doing a little bit of organization and research for this video, I, like I always do, came across a particular article talking about vitamin C in cats from a seemingly reputable or professional kind of cat newsletter article website. And it just made me want to remind you guys, really don't just look in one place, especially on the internet. Shoot, do your own research after watching my own videos and listening to me. I always encourage you to do your own research, gather all the information you can, and then make a decision on, whether it's taking care of your cat or yourself. And I say that because this particular article, I took some notes I'm going to look at over here. It actually suggested your cat may enjoy natural sources of vitamin C, like cold cut up strawberries or cantaloupe, that are a great treat. First of all, cats are obligate carnivores. They're not going around picking berries and eating fruit in wildlife or nature, unless, let's just say, they happen to eat an antelope or a lizard, which I don't even think lizards would, but who just ate some berries and those contents were in their prey's stomach, then perhaps they might get that kind of food in. But cats don't taste sweet. They don't have the receptors in order to taste sweet food, so they wouldn't enjoy the food for the sweetness. Secondly, cats don't have the digestive enzymes necessary in order to break down certain carbohydrates in foods like these. I was just really surprised to read this, especially on an article that happened to be in something that I think people would look at and say, oh, they know what they're talking about, when you never know. The contributors to certain websites could just be hired and told, hey, write an article on this, and not actually be an expert on it. The thing is, and I have a whole other video about this, but if your cat is drawn to food like strawberries or cantaloupe or even like whipped cream and ice cream, which people think is super cute when their cat gets all up in it, it's not the taste of the food that they're craving. What's more likely is that they're craving the moisture and hydration that's provided within these types of foods. Because again, dehydration is prevalent in cats, and it can be a huge factor to a lot of the health issues that many cats have. And you'll notice if you are feeding your cat a proper species appropriate diet that's moisture rich and high in protein, grain free, and if you're feeding your cat the ideal amount of said food, then you'll notice that your cat doesn't ever crave or beg for any of these other foods that I mentioned that happen to be sweet or creamy. They'll actually turn their nose up at it instead. So yeah, I don't know if that's like considered my little rant for this video, but I just really wanted to encourage you guys. Remember to do your own research. All right, guys, so I hope you found today's video interesting or helpful. If you did, please do us a favor here and click the thumbs up below, because that really helps us out. And feel free to subscribe if you want to see more videos like this one, or Puppy and Alfred, and lately Betty and Ronan being the cats that they are, because it's pretty adorable. And also remember to check out our Patreon page, affectionately called our Patreon page, if you would like to learn a way to support this channel and also receive some pretty fun perks. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.